You want to hear something else pretty funny?
Yeah.
I can't find my play button. No pants? What's this all about?
Don't know.
Alright.
Am I supposed to be
Welcome
hearing
back to
something
the
right now?
Pantless
I'm-
podcast. Here, Austin and Travis, take it away, guys. What are you messing up?
We
What?
are back. What is going
God
on?
dang it.
What is happening right now? The
I'm
world
over-
is crazy.
Could you not hear that?
I couldn't hear it. I saw what you were doing, but I couldn't hear anything. Nothing.
Okay, well, I suck. And
Well, maybe they could hear. They're more important than I am.
I
That's-
guess, but hey, welcome back.
Yes, we have made it to. What is this? Episode 4?
It was
Or
on
is this-
screen.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was focusing on
Here, hold on.
hearing nothing.
Here, I'll flash it
So,
back on screen for the people.
Or you could just
Episode
say
4.
it. 'Cause-
I couldn't
Episode
remember
4, okay.
myself. I just built that, and I don't remember myself. It's Friday afternoon, and we're recording like normal.
Yeah,
So,
of course it is. All the people outside our windows are like, "What's going on?"
yeah,
Where are they?
it's Friday
Should've
afternoon.
you should have been here yesterday. If you were here yesterday, you would have saw us. You didn't,
You know,
because you aren't.
Thursday night football has already played.
Yeah.
The Rams have already won Thursday night football over the Seahawks.
All right. Speaking of Seahawks and football, did you see the trade that went down? I think it was yesterday
Did some
in fantasy.
was it a trade? Oh, it was a fantasy trade.
A fantasy trade went down.
Oh,
Don't
no.
look it up. You don't even worry about looking it up until you'll just be sad. Don't look at it.
I'm going to now. I was
Don't do it. We don't want your tears on this show. So
no,
let's
we want my tears. Trust me.
we don't. Your tears don't give us joy. They bring us down. Bruce.
Who did he trade him to? Oh, so he gave him to Sean. No, to you. Okay. He's not actually fantasy points very much. But you gave him your quarterback.
My bench, my backup quarterback, yes.
And you got a bench quarterback.
I got a backup quarterback and a pretty good wide receiver.
I think
And I had a trash running back that I was able to drop. I had a running back that was averaging like 3 points a game.
So I guess we're jumping directly into fantasy football here, folks.
Hey, you're the one who brought up football. I was ready to jump into video games or movies, but you took us. You are the captain of the ship. And you sailed us right into this path.
I doubt that, but hey, we'll look up. Did you see Chuba Hubbard's available?
In our league?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Dropped him this morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody will probably. I don't know. Probably not.
The-
Nobody's gonna pick.
Them 69ers keep picking up the player. Like, I'll see a player in free agency that's like, I'll wait till the waiver period ends, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up. And like waiver period ends, and like he's beat me to him by like 5 minutes.
Right.
He picked up Heineke and he picked up Chuba Hubbard before I could.
Yeah.
And he ended up dropping Heineke, and I picked Heineke up on waivers late last night.
I think he picks them up trying to get. There's people he wants to trade. Like, he doesn't really want them.
Yeah.
He wants people better than them, but he thinks he can, like, pick them up and make a package deal. Like, oh, if I get Chuba and I give player
Chuba's-
X, I'll get the player that I'm wanting.
Chuba's
Yeah.
not really a very good-looking fantasy player, though.
I think he's very handsome, but, I mean, whatever.
His fantasy numbers aren't good.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I
he's
just-
not. He's no Christian McCaffrey.
I just want you to know that I've got a player that is only rostered on 4.3% of worldwide rosters.
On how many? 3.4?
4.3% of rosters around the world. And ESPN. And only 0.8% starts this player. there's less than 1% of people in the world that's like, hey, I'll start that guy. But he balled out. He balled out last week on Thursday Night Football, and I'm like, I'll pick him up and hold on to him for a couple weeks. And he's a tight end.
All right.
CJ Uzuma.
You never know. He could be the next big thing. He might be that guy that we were talking about.
I've got an ex-Sooner and an ex-football team running back that's also on my roster now that I'm starting this week.
DeMarco Murray's in the league now? I thought he was coaching college football.
Wrong one. He never played for Washington.
He didn't?
No.
He played for everybody else in the NFC East.
You were probably thinking of Adrian Peterson, and that would also be wrong. Samaje Perine.
Okay, all right. So,
Mixon got nicked up.
Also former Sooner.
And might not play much this week, so Perine's going to catch... Perine's the biggest disappointment in recent history for running back, because Washington picked him up in the late rounds.
He should have been fantastic. He's built like a running back. He was phenomenal.
That's a good thing he's a running back, yeah.
I don't know why he hasn't had any success in the NFL. It is so weird.
I don't know.
He looks like an NFL running back.
Because our starting running back got hurt that year. We had a really good offensive line, and he didn't produce yards. He had all the opportunities to produce yards. I saw a stat today for Taylor Heineke. He's the first Washington quarterback in like 15 years to produce 8 passing touchdowns in the first 4 games of the season. The only player that's done it more than him in the last 15, 20 years was Chad Johnson, who did 9. No. His nickname was Johnson.
Ocho Cinco?
No, he was that journeyman quarterback from the early 2000s. Brad Johnson. Played for the Bucks for a while. He's like a Fitzmagic, but from the 2000s. He was like on everybody's team. So, how do you think you're going to do this week? Who do you play?
I am playing. I'm playing.
Oh,
Who am I playing this week?
You sneeze and win this game.
Is it Chansey?
You get Duck Squad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You get a bye week.
Yeah.
You get the roving bye week for the league.
I tried to say him an amazing deal, and he just ignored me. So, and then Graham jumped in there and took all the thunder.
He's a talker. Hey, Duck Squad is starting Dak though.
Of course he is, because I'm playing him. He's like, why not?
Yeah, but he's got potential points that he's leaving on the bench, and it burns me that he's got Antonio Gibson as well. If I could, I would just my entire team would just be football team, would just be Washington players.
Be funny.
I'm already losing, by the way.
If I could, I would allow that to happen because.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm already losing.
There's just a couple of minutes in the game.
DK Metcalf's already scored 10.4. He's the only He's the only player that's on either one of our rosters. I'm playing Frazier this week.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I know. I might actually take an L in this one.
You might.
I moved some guys around. I've done some moving. I dropped my Washington kicker and picked up Mason Crosby for the Giant from Green Bay.
Okay.
They're playing Cincinnati this week. So, and haven't decided if I want to play McKissick or Zach Moss this week. But Zach Moss, in all honesty, Buffalo, playing Kansas City. Kansas City's defense is garbage. So it's crazy how good Kansas City overall is, and their defense is free agent in our league. I'm like, wow, nobody has Kansas City defense. But I think they're averaging negative points. So you doing anything interesting this week?
I have I've been playing some Pokemon Unite. They've released Sylveon, so of course I'm getting dominated because every time they release a Pokemon, it is completely broken.
Broken, yep.
And Sylveon is the strongest Pokemon that they've ever put in a game. It's insane how strong it is. If it could take down Zapdos by itself in like no time. If you have two guys with them, I saw somebody with a Sylveon. I was playing some quick matches in that Mer Stadium, which is like the mini standard, and I've never seen anybody take down a fourth Zapdos. They were able to and they had to be playing together because they were able to take down the fourth Zapdos and have somebody set up in the other end zone to score a doubled 50. So they were able to score 100 points in the last 5 seconds of the game. But the Zapdos spawns, I think, if you take down Zapdos fast enough, you can get a fourth one to spawn with 15 seconds left in the match. They were able to take it down and score 100 points before the match is over. And I've never seen anybody take down the fourth Zapdos whenever it's happened. And they were able to, capitalize. And then, of course, Sylveon's, kisses you 3 times and you're dead. Just, okay, whatever.
She's one of those players.
Yeah.
Kills you with love,
you get the back and forth kisses, and it's like you're getting dominated, and then it comes back and heals the Sylveon with all your pain. The joy that it feels of sucking your pain, it's just insane. So that's what I've been doing. I've been getting wrecked. But I have started dabbling. I have an event that I'm working on, and it's I have to win 12 matches with an all-arounder, which I don't own any all-arounders, or I didn't. I picked up Charizard because that was the cheapest all-arounder. It was 6,000 coins.
Yeah.
And he's pretty beastly. I've been having fun with Charizard.
Yeah, I have been sucking and not playing that game. I keep meaning to and haven't. And it was Brad Johnson, the Heineke record. He's thrown most franchise 8 passing touchdowns, most in franchise history through week 4 since Brad Johnson's 9 in 1999.
There you go.
We haven't had a quarterback throw more than 8 touchdown passes in the first 4 weeks of a season since 99.
That's
not a good stat to have.
That's not at all. Especially in today's league when lots of quarterbacks are throwing 8 in 2 games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mahomes sneezes on a Monday night, and he's like, "Oh, that was 7."
Oh, he probably had 15 before week 4. So speaking of Pokemon Unite, they just dropped a newsletter, which isn't for Unite. I just messed that up. Haha, did it on purpose. They dropped a newsletter for codes to pick up Dada Zarude and Shiny Celebi in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I did my code earlier today.
Yep, and I did mine just a second ago.
Like you said, Celebi is holding a Lucky Egg, and it's shiny, I thought that was cool too. And the Zarude was holding, what was it holding?
A choice scarf, which is a risky item to have.
He is just like normal Zarude, but he's wearing a pink scarf. So
it'd be cool if you took away the choice scarf with his pink scarf.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, what other Nintendo news did we have this week, Austin?
My boy Sora is coming to Super Smash Brothers.
Heck yeah! Hey, Doom!
It is about time.
Doom Guy's gonna be in Smash.
Doom guy?
He's a me. He's one of the me costumes.
A me fighter?
Yeah, he's a me fighter. Yeah, you know who Doom guy is, right?
No, is he the guy that looks like Master Chief? But
he's the main character from Doom.
Never played Doom,
and he does kind of look like Master Chief a little bit because his armor is what they loosely based Master Chief on.
Okay, so I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know anybody, but I've seen the art. So
I was watching the live. I didn't catch the live stream of the announcement, but I went through and I was like, I'll rewatch it later, and they were showing the 3 me costumes, and the first 2 was like, I don't know what these even are. They were from that stupid Squid Game. The Inklings. Yeah, it was
Splatoon.
That one.
That's the one.
Yeah, it was Squid Hat from Splatoon and a cat hat from Splatoon. And then they announced Doom Guy. And did you actually watch the full announcement?
I didn't.
Okay, so it was actually a pretty cool kind of opening because I guess when they originally announced, I guess the original Smash Brothers, way back in the day, was the kind of canon story was that this kid had all these Nintendo figures.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that they were fighting each other in his room. So the scene opens with all the Smash characters looking like toys in this black open room. And they're all just like motionless toys. Then all of a sudden Mario steps off his little platform and walks toward this burning fire in front of him. And he like punches it, grabs it, throws it in the air. And the fire goes out and it's the Keyblade.
Nice.
And you're like, you gave it away at that one. We know who this is. It's Goku.
It's Riku.
Yeah. But then Sora pops out of a hole and flies over their head, and all the other characters start kind of popping to life, like, what's going on? Then he grabs the Keyblade and puts it over his shoulder, and is like, Sora has joined the fight. And then I stopped watching there, because Sakurai just started doing his spiel, which he's hilarious in his videos. They have like a fake laughter track that he'll say something funny and it'll like laugh in the background, and it's like, oh, he was telling a joke there. Okay, Japanese humor. I didn't get it.
It's not the Brits. The Brits.
I get British humor, but
I know. It's just
not everybody does though.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. But
yes, I'm excited about Sora. I don't have Smash Brothers for the Switch.
Oh,
and this actually I might end up buying Smash Brothers for the Switch because of Sora.
My kids would kill me if I loaned out my copy again.
I don't do that.
Because they actually do like to play. I don't own any of the fighter passes. And they did announce that this is the last. They're done.
Are they going to have like an all-inclusive discounted pack?
Probably not.
Every fighter at,
I thought it was weird that the 3 Mii fighters costumes, and those 3 the 2 Splatoons and the Doom guy, they're not free. They're 75 cents each.
Okay. That's funny.
I don't know if all the Mii fighter costumes have been paid DLC. Right? I guess I need to check into that, because I thought they were all just, every time they dropped a Mii costume, it's like, oh man, either it was free for everybody or it was included in the Fighter's Pass, but I guess not. So.
Well, yeah. Cool. Exciting. Want to jump into this movie?
Let's jump into this movie.
Retro Movie Review.
Alright, so we reviewed, or watched, we haven't reviewed it yet.
Not yet.
Reviewed it yet. We watched The Adventures of Ichabod Mr. Toad from this says 50, but 1949 is what Netflix
1949.
says.
Yeah.
So
Common Sense Media says 1949 as well.
Well, Metacritic is saying 1950. Okay, it does have. When I first pulled it up, I was like, it only shows one score, but it doesn't have the. Okay. Ignore me. So, 5 critics gave this.
They gave it an 84.
I wish. 74.
A 74, okay.
Normally 50s movies review better.
Yeah, they do.
13 users gave this Bad Jackal
an 8.
7.1.
7.1. Wow, interesting. Okay.
Users, we had 4 positive, 1 mixed. Users, we had 8 positive, 5 mixed.
Right.
So.
I would have to say, I was actually kind of, it had me confused. I thought this was going to be one movie. And then you find out, like I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, when's Ichabod going to get in here? And then it's like,
Ladies' Man, Ichabod.
Yeah, and then then Ichabod shows up. So it's not really, Ichabod and Mr. Toad aren't adventuring together.
No.
It's literally like the Adventures of Ichabod, his own adventure, and the Adventures of Mr. Toad, his own adventure. And they will not meet. Neither the twain shall meet.
It's weird how Disney Plus has got this in the Halloween spooky section. I got no Halloween vibes from this movie whatsoever.
Well, they talked about Halloween in the Ichabod one.
Yeah, but at the end, and then this Headless Horseman shows up, spoiler, at the very end.
Yeah.
Spoiler again, Ichabod disappears at the very end, and then all the townsfolk are like, oh, maybe he married some chicken.
Not a chicken. A chick in
a lady.
Town. Yeah.
In a town
like,
over.
whoa, what are you watching?
I mean, there were animals in the first part.
Yeah.
And it's like, 50s music kicks in and the movie goes off, and it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
I was confused. I was not expecting what transpired. So for that, slightly disappointed. But if I wanted to step back from my disappointment and looked at each of them as like their own entity instead of one, they're pretty good.
I wasn't a huge fan of Mr. Toad. That one was kind of odd. I didn't dislike it, but it was like, I guess the same with the Ichabod part. It's like, well,
right.
Ichabod's a freaking ladies' man.
Yeah, and I wonder when, obviously Beauty and the Beast came out in like the 90s, but I was getting that Baron Bones or whatever his name was. I was getting Gaston vibes from him.
Yeah. There was...
And then the girl looked exactly like Cinderella.
Yeah.
And I know this had to come around the same time as Cinderella, so I'm like, that's weird, because they probably came out within, 4 or 5 years of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like they took and just gender swapped Ichabod with Belle. And that's how they started Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
And instead of the Headless Horseman, you had the Beast. So, curious what Common Sense Media has to say about this one.
Well, our person, M. Foust, which I don't know what that. There's not a lot about this person. They are like a ghost when it comes to reviews. It's really interesting. No biography. Not like Suka. Suka, you could like go back to his college years. This person, you don't even know their first name. They gave it a 5 stars for 6 and older. It's the 2 classic stories told in the best Disney style. Parents say it's a 4 out of 5 for 7 and older, and kids say it's a 4 out of 5 for 8 and older. We got an interesting category. I think we've seen this one before, but it's rare. Educational value.
Okay.
Educational value. What do you think? How would you feel about educational value for this?
Give her a 3.
It's a 1.
Oh,
It's a
very
1.
misleading on that
Yeah.
one. All right.
Yeah, it's like let's insert this category that we almost never insert, and then say nah, but it's not really there. It said families may be inspired to read and discuss the book *The Wind in the Willows*, from which Mr. Toad's story is drawn. Which, fun fact, I had to do a book report over that book in the 8th grade. And Washington Irving's classic tale, *The Legend of Sleepy Hollow*. So basically, they're based on books, and you know they're based on books, so therefore you may go read said books. Positive messages.
Let's give that one a 4. I'm
A
feeling
2.
good today. Oh,
A
never mind. I'm
2.
feeling good. Never
The
mind.
movie encourages a love and appreciation for 2 classic works of literature. So once again, they're based on books. You might go read the books, and that's a good thing. So that's why it gets a 2 out of 5.
I like moving books.
Positive role models and representation.
1.
Not present, but clickable.
I hate those. God. That's
It
why we
says,
have trust issues.
Men compete to marry Coquette, as she is called in the movie. But her actual name is Katrina Von Tassel. Brom Bones uses trickery to, quote, win her. Ichabod is charming, but also scheming as he seeks to win Katrina and her father's wealth. So, yeah.
Honestly, she's the schemer. I don't know if you picked up on this at all.
Yeah, she was pitting those 2 guys against each other.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah.
Because
she was enjoying what she was doing.
She knew that both of them were fighting for her, and she's like, let's see who can win. Like, she didn't have a favorite. She was like, nah, one of them will win, and I'll marry the winner. Because at the very end, she married, Count Bones or whatever his name was?
Yeah, Brom Bones.
Yeah, they got married after Ichabod disappeared.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. She was just like, Ichabod's gone? Well, I guess it's you then. I'm not going to cry over that. Violence and scariness.
I'm going to give it a 1 again.
2.
God dang it. God dang it.
It says occasional cartoon violence. Characters fire rifles and guns and throw knives, swords, and hatchets. The Headless Horseman attempts to behead Ichabod Crane with a sword multiple times. The Horseman is never actually revealed to be the town bully in disguise, so some kids may find him quite terrifying.
Okay. I first thought that, but do you really think that is what it was?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, it would be pretty impressive for Brom to, like, because that idea came off like the top of his head to tell the story. And so
did it?
And it's a story. Well,
the townsfolk were singing with him.
Right. So I mean, they knew the story. So this was a well-known story, and Brom noticed these little tics that Ichabod had. Like, he was superstitious, and so Brom's like, "Ooh, I'm going to tell the town story." So he tells the town story, which obviously everybody else in town knows because they're singing along with him. And it just so happens to be Halloween, and he just so happens to take the wrong path. So the Headless Horseman could have actually been a specter, and it could have been completely legit. Because then Brom would have had to have that thought, then found a horse, found a costume, and made all that happen. You know, with jack-o'-lanterns tossing all over the place.
Yeah.
It would be pretty hard to pull off. So I'm leaning more towards the Headless Horseman was actually the ghost that everybody in town knew about.
That's what I want to believe.
Yeah.
It was actually, this is the connection, it was actually Mr. Toad.
Oh, beautiful. Mr. Toad, because he is just so arrogant. Every year he goes back to Sleepy Hollow to scare the townspeople.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Oh, man. Let's write a book.
Hey,
The Wind and the Willows of Sleepy Hollow. Where are we? Sexy stuff.
Not present.
Not present.
I could have given. I
was thinking a 1.
A 1.
Because of Katrina. I think she was trying to seduce those guys.
100%.
So
200%.
But you are correct. Not present. Language.
Oh, a 0%.
Not present. Yeah.
No,
Consumerism.
None.
Not present. Yep. Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
Give him a 1.
2.
A 2?
Characters smoke cigars and pipes.
Okay.
Cartoon weasels are shown passed out drunk with bottles and mugs by their sides.
Forgot about the weasels.
Characters hoist mugs of beer into the air before drinking.
I forgot about... If I would have remembered the weasels, I'd have gave it a 2. So.
Yep. 2. What parents need to know? Parents need to know that there is some slapstick violence in the 2 stories in the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. More extreme is the Headless Horseman's multiple attempts to behead Ichabod Crane with a sword. The Horseman is never actually revealed to be the town bully in disguise, so some kids may find him quite terrifying. Characters smoke cigars and pipes. Cartoon weasels are shown. We already read all that. So basically, parents need to know what we just read. But,
I just had an idea.
Okay.
I think, I'll figure out a way to make this happen. I'm going to try to copy, some way get the categories that they use in their star system. And I think me and you should give our own stars for each movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I could put something together in Word or Sheets or something.
Yeah.
And we actually, either we can do it, comment down below how you'd like us to do it, whether we fill it out before we start the episode. We don't know what each other's answers are. Or we do, it doesn't matter. Or we build that as we go through Common Sense Media as well. I think that'd be kind of an interesting thing to do. Give our own stars. Kind of might even give our own explanation as why we think those start building our own Common Sense Media information.
Which we will not use to,
Oh, no. It's for
Common Sense Media. We're not stealing your idea, Common Sense Media.
No,
Don't sue us.
No, we're not stealing. We are
upgrading.
We're joining your idea.
Oh yes. We are
independently.
Unified. Because we will still be using Common Sense Media.
Oh, this is
what we're doing is just separate. It's
yeah.
Gosh, there's a word for it. I just can't think of it. I'm dumbing out right now.
That's fair. That's what this show's all about.
Yeah.
Hey, Common Sense Media, if you wanna partner up with us, if you're listening right now and you wanna, collab here, join in, sponsor, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Foust, if you want to join our podcast, you can jump in here. It's fun.
You said
you can.
Foust.
The person who's they're a complete mystery person.
All right.
I want to give you some of it. I don't know. So, Foust gave this one a 5, right? I'm going to give you some of their other reviews.
Gave it a 5. What do you say?
The movies that they reviewed. They gave Beethoven second a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
They gave the movie Babe a 5 out of 5. All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 a 4 out of 5. Poltergeist, they gave it a 5 out of 5. The Century, America's Time, which is, a compelling introduction to American history, they gave it a 5 out of 5.
There you go.
They gave Twister a 3 out of 5. Snatch a 3 out of 5. Mr. Roberts a 5 out of 5. Popeye a 3 out of 5. So, that's pretty interesting. I'm surprised they gave Poltergeist a 5 out of 5.
Huh.
And this was the original, looks like. Interesting. So, and I don't remember this, but in Beethoven's second, there was a near date rape, and there was teen drinking. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
All right, what are we watching next week?
I don't know. What do you want to watch?
Are we gonna watch the ladies?
Do you want to do? a more spooky movie? Or do you want to do just a Halloween movie?
Wait,
What do you think?
I prefer spooky.
Spooky?
But as long as we're pre-2000 movies made in the 1900s,
Yeah,
I'm good.
and I'm looking. I'm on Disney Plus right
Like
now.
I don't want to do Hubie, whatever that show is, Hubie Howard, that Adam Sandler one. Nothing like that just came out last year.
Oh, what is this? I've never even heard of this movie. There's the
That'd be perfect.
Bride of Boogity?
Boogity Boogity from Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't know. It's a okay, so the first movie is just called Mr. Boogity
Okay.
from 1986.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll put that on my.
If it's spooky, let's.
I
watch
don't.
it.
I don't know. It's a Disney movie. It's on Disney Plus.
We saw Ichabod Crane, so
Yeah, it's all.
it could be spooky.
Yeah. Not really sure. I'm still looking. Let me.
So looking, baby. You know what time it is.
Gonna say, I actually watched Tommy Boy on Netflix the other day.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna watch, so I just kicked on Tommy Boy.
And you're allowed to do that.
I just love that movie. Let's see here. Trying to find Netflix's app. They're trying to find anything on Netflix's website. It's kind of hard to find movies. All right, so these are horror movies. You're not big into horror movies, are you?
Like horror movies. I know you don't like horror movies.
I'm not a huge fan of horror movies.
I enjoy the horror movies.
And it's just that I didn't grow up watching horror movies.
Right.
So it just wasn't. I get nothing out of them. I don't get the shock. I don't get the.
Oh, interesting.
I get
Because
nothing
I didn't
out of
grow
them.
up watching horror. See, I'm like the opposite. I didn't really grow up watching horror movies either. But then once I was able to watch horror movies, when I became of age, then I just started watching crap out of them.
And I guess if I tried, but it's just that's like the.
It's okay if you're just too scared. That's no problem.
I mean, I'm trying to hide that, but you're just gonna keep throwing it out there. Like the slasher movies from the like Halloween, which I need to find Halloween.
Yeah.
See if you can find Halloween on anything. See, might go to the Google machine and
It's somewhere.
it's probably on HBO Max.
It probably is. Peacock TV.
Is it
Oh,
really?
wait, no, hold on. That's just telling. I typed in Halloween, so it's going to be top looking at. Oh, look, it's Halloween, and we have spooky movies.
No, I haven't even looked on Peacock to see what they have.
Gosh.
See what Peacock's got. So I'm getting nowhere on. I forget.
You have Booba. It doesn't look like it. You can't. I don't think you can watch Halloween anywhere for free. Redbox, Fubo, all these require subscription. DirecTV. Yeah,
See if there's any good slashers.
doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. We need to see if we could find what was that? The one that you like? that I haven't seen with the chainsaw and the guy. Not Dawn of the Dead.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah, but the first one.
The Evil Dead.
The Evil Dead, that's what it is.
The original Evil Dead.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original Evil Dead.
From 1981. Let's
see.
HBO Max.
Of course.
Hulu Premium.
Of course.
Have you seen Army of Darkness?
No.
The third movie?
No. Why would I watch the third one if I haven't even seen?
You can watch the third one without watching the first two, because it really only one character crosses over, and he doesn't really. It's a weird situation because it's Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams in all three movies. He may not even be in the second one. I don't remember. The second one's the worst and the best at the same time.
It's the best because it's the worst.
The first movie they tried to make a serious. Oh, he doinked that off the upright. They tried to make a serious suspense horror movie, but they kind of made it a little bit cheesy and didn't take itself seriously. So when they made Evil Dead 2, they're like, well, let's just take this completely into left field, and it just was goofy as hell. Just weird. And it was more of a comedy. So when they did Army of Darkness, they kind of jumped full into the comedy aspect and kind of left the whole horror suspense in the dark, and it became more of an action comedy movie. So, So I found on Peacock TV, they have this Universal Classic Monster Movie collection.
Ooh, nice.
Which has got the original Dracula from 31, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Tons of movies here.
Keep on.
And then it's got... Well, that kicked me all the way back. We're going to have to watch that one eventually, too. But I'm getting distracted. Where'd it take me? Let's see here. Oh. Got Child's Play, Friday the 13th collection. But watch Friday the 13th.
That's all on Peacock?
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah.
Okay.
Avoid the Leprechaun. Which one you want to watch?
I'm down for any of them, man. You say it, I'm there.
You know, I've never watched the original Friday the 13th.
Let's do it.
Let's do that one.
Let's do it. That's one I do remember. The thing about those movies is there's a lot of sexy stuff, so
is there?
Kids should not be present.
Oh.
That's the one thing that I do recall. There's those campers, teenage campers. You've been to Falls Creek, you know what it's about.
Whoa. Easy, sir. I'm already scared. So, we'll watch that one. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's on Peacock TV. That's on Peacock TV.
Peacock, the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Like I said, I always forget about Peacock.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how we watched that one cowboy movie at one time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not sure which one you're talking about.
One of those.
Ooh. I know what you did last summer's on Peacock as well.
What was that on? That was on something else too. That might be on the Netflix.
So.
The wife and I, we watched that one a few months ago. pretty sure it was on. It was on something.
I'm just disappointed that the Evil Dead.
It's just that good. Maybe we need to go find a video store and rent it.
I'd probably own it, which I'm pretty sure I do. Forgot Lucy Lawless was in the original Evil Dead. Interesting. That's interesting. So, all right.
So that's what we're doing. We're
That's what
doing the original Friday the 13th via Peacock for next week.
Sounds great.
Pretty cool.
So,
I think does that about wrap us up?
I think that does, because to be honest with you, I think our music segment just kind of died off.
Yeah, we just stopped listening to music.
I never stopped listening to music. I just don't listen to anything new.
Right, yeah. I haven't listened to. If I hear a new band that I think you'll like, I'll let all of you know right here.
There we go.
I'll just tell that. But until then,
Like, comment, and subscribe. And
like, comment, subscribe. And
don't
let us know, leave a
subscribe, just
voicemail.
subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe stuff. That's part
Leave
of
us.
Don't you have to subscribe to subscribe?
Yeah. Leave us a voicemail. Leave us
Yes.
an email. Leave us a voicemail on Anchor. However you do that. Haven't figured that part out yet. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok.
Yes,
I
that's
don't
right.
know
had
if
a
we
TikTok.
ever announced that.
No, because it's just happened since the last episode. We didn't have a TikTok last episode, so yeah, that's new. So we need to link that. We need to figure out how to grab that link and.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Okay.
So follow us on all those. And until next time,
Peace.
have a good one.